Welcome to a journey through time, exploring the rich history of Ashley County, Arkansas. Today we delve into the stories of four significant locations located in south and west of Crossett: the Maria Saline Landing, Petersburg, Sulfur Springs, and the Macedonian Cemetery, which will be the key feature of the video today. Let's begin with the Maria Saline Landing, located on the Ouachita River. This landing was a bustling hub of activity in the 19th and 20th centuries. Goods were transported from far and wide, making it a vital part of the local economy. High water levels often posed challenges, but the community's resilience and ingenuity ensured that trade continued. The landing was transformed into a bustling tent city at night, with people gathering around campfires, singing songs, sharing stories, and trading goods. One memorable story from the Maria Saline Landing involves Mr. Dave Pearson, who visited the landing with his daughters in 1905. They were there to witness the landing of the boat named Howard, under the command of Captain Cryer. During the visit, Mr. Pearson bought a stalk of bananas for his daughters and obtained his annual supply of guano, a commercial fertilizer imported from Chile, obviously made of bat guano. This simple yet profound gesture encapsulated the joy and wonder of the riverfront adventure, because you know those children had a good time that night, listening to the stories and eating their bananas. Next, we move to Petersburg. And if you want to be honest, Sulfur Springs, the Macedonian Cemetery, and even the landing is really all Petersburg. If you look back at the ancient maps, the cemetery, which we now call the Macedonian Cemetery, is is the Petersburg Cemetery, and the road leading up to the cemetery is called the Petersburg Trace. So really, whenever we're talking about Petersburg and Sulfur Springs, and when we're talking about the landings at the Ouachita River, we're talking about one thing that's kind of changed names over the years, kind of like the Crossett camps. But let's move on to Petersburg, a once thriving village near the overflow limit of the Ouachita River. Established in the late 19th century, Petersburg was home to Sulfur Springs Health Resort, which attracted visitors seeking the therapeutic benefits of its mineral springs. The village was also home to an Indian burial ground, adding a layer of historical significance to the site. The old Macedonian Methodist Church and its cemetery further cemented Petersburg's status as a vibrant community. Petersburg was a lively community with many stories to tell. One notable figure was Frederick Amos Switzer, who played a crucial role in developing Sulfur Springs. He and his son, Fred H. Switzer, transformed the area by building a 2-story lodge and a bathhouse. The springs became a venue for social gatherings, horse racing, and barbecues, drawing large crowds of 300 to 500 people on some occasions. The Switzer family was known for their hospitality and generosity. They hosted grand events at Sulfur Springs, where hundreds of people would gather for barbecues, horse racing, the spirits, and socializing. These events were the highlight of the season and brought the community together in celebration. Sulfur Springs, originally known as Sulfur Springs, but probably by other names by the Native Americans, was a popular resort and picnic ground in the mid-19th century. The springs were believed to have healing properties, attracting visitors from South Arkansas and North Louisiana. The Switzer family played a crucial role in developing the area, building a 2-story lodge and bathhouse. The springs became a venue for social gatherings, horse racing, and barbecues, drawing large crowds. One fascinating story from Sulfur Springs involves Homer Bryant, who came to the springs in the 1930s, suffering from piitis. He was brought in on a cot and left with a tent for shelter. After drinking the spring water for 3 weeks, he felt well enough to go hunting and eventually walked 5 miles to Crossett to call his wife, declaring that he was cured. This story highlights the believed healing properties of the springs, and it brought hope to the many visitors that came to see it and to utilize its curing properties. Sulfur Springs was not only a place of healing, but also a place of recreation and relaxation. Families would come to the springs to enjoy picnics, swim in the cool waters, and take leisurely walks through the beautiful surroundings. It was a place where people could escape the stresses of everyday life and find peace and tranquility. And I have to admit, the current author believes that that place is pretty much the same kind of an area today. When I walk into the Macedonian Cemetery or the Sulfur Springs area, I do feel a level of peace around my body and my soul and my mind. Finally, we arrived to where the drone has been showing us video from the entire length of the video, and that's at the Macedonian Cemetery, also called the Petersburg Cemetery, near present-day Crossett. This cemetery holds the graves of many early settlers in Ashley County, providing a glimpse into the region's past. Here we find resting places of notable families such as the Johnsons, Switzers, Hawkins, and many others. These individuals played significant roles in the development of the area, and their stories are woven into the fabric of our history. Among those buried here are Frederick Amos Switzer, 1829 to 1909, Frederick Harvey Switzer from 1871 to 1953, Mary K. Christian, Joseph Daniel Christian, Dallas Hattridge, Ains Hattridge, Jewel E. Hattridge, J.W. Hawkins Sr., Ella Hawkins, Henry Dean Hawkins, Laura Josephine Hawkins, Mary Johnson, Normie William Johnson's veteran, Smith L. Lawson, Gilbert Livesey, John T. Lloyd, Lily F. Lloyd, Arcadia McDonald, Dolly McDonald, Henry McDonald, Scott McDonald, Uriah McDonald, John A. Murphy, John A. Murphy Jr., also known as Cutie. And by the way, they both passed away in the same year. It's really interesting. Ben Clark Ramsor, Ada C. Ramsor. The Macedonian Cemetery is a place of reflection and remembrance. It serves as a reminder of the lives and the legacies of those who came before us. Each headstone tells a story, and together they paint a picture. Each headstone tells a story, and together they paint a picture of the community's history. These four locations, the Maria Saline Landing, Petersburg, Sulfur Springs, and the Macedonian Cemetery, are more than just historical sites. They are a testament to the resilience, ingenuity, and the spirit of the people who lived and worked here so long ago. Their stories are woven into the fabric of Ashley County's heritage. Their stories are woven into the fabric of Ashley County's heritage, reminding us of our roots and inspiring us to preserve our history for future generations. Join us as we explore these historical treasures, uncovering the stories of the past and celebrating the rich heritage of Ashley County art. video credits. In this video, we use Tommy Thompson Jr.'s drone. When I say we, I mean Tommy Thompson Jr., I mean Kenneth Brad Barfield and Breckin Lee Barfield. This footage was recorded on September the 22nd, 2024 at the Macedonian Cemetery near Petersburg, Arkansas, which is near Crossett, Arkansas. Thank you for watching our video.